My name is Jolene and I'm a pharmacy student. Today I'm going to teach all of you how to use the Ascensia Contour glucose monitor. So this is the glucose monitor right here, and this is what's going to show your blood glucose readings. These are the test strips. This is the piercing device, also known as the lancing device, and this is what you're going to be using to pierce your finger to get your drop of blood. This is the needle, also known as the lancet. So just a reminder, before you want to do anything, you want to wash your hands with soap and water before you begin. So you want to set up the piercing device first. So what you want to do is you want to take the end cap off the device. And what you will notice is that the lancet holder, so the thing that holds the needle in the device, has a circular shape. However, the lancet, the base of it, is a square shape. Don't worry, even though they're not the same shapes, you can be assured that this lancet will fit into the lancet holder in the device. So what you want to do is you want to push the lancet as far as it will go until you hear a click. Next, what you want to do is you want to twist this protective cap off the lancet. Then you want to replace the end cap that you took off earlier back onto the device. What you will notice on the lancing device are pictures of blood drops. So the blood drops will go from small to large. And up here is an adjustable dial. So you can adjust the depth of the needle. So the small drop of blood means if you adjust the knob to the small drop of blood, it means that it's going to be a shallow puncture. If you adjust the knob to the picture of the large blood drop, it means that it's going to be a deep puncture. So depending on your skin type, you will adjust the knob accordingly. For people that have very soft, thin skin, you may want a more shallow puncture. Therefore, you would adjust the knob to a picture with a smaller drop. If you have thick, callous skin, then you may want a deeper puncture. Therefore, you would turn the knob to a picture with a larger blood drop. Next, what you want to do is you want to pull the end of this piercing device, and this loads the needle. Next, we are going to set up the glucose monitor, and I'm going to go over the test strips for you. So what you will notice on the test strips is that there's two different ends. On one end, there is a gray square. On the other end, there is a very thin gray sliver. The gray square end of the test strip is the side that you want to insert into the glucose monitor. On the glucose monitor, you will notice a hole right there. And this is the test strip port. This is where you're supposed to insert the test strip into the glucose monitor. So with the gray side up, you will notice that on this side that there's no gray areas. And on this side there's two gray ends. So you want to place the gray side end facing up, and you want to place the gray square end side into the glucose monitor. And you want to push this in as far as it will go. And this should turn on the glucose monitor. What you will notice on the glucose monitor display is a picture of a test strip and a picture of a flashing blood drop. This means that the glucose monitor is ready and that your blood can be tested. You do not need to press a button to turn the machine on. The machine automatically turns on when you insert your test strip. Remember before we already set up your piercing device? So what you want to do is you want to massage your hand, like so. You just want to push down on your palm, and this helps increase blood flow down your fingertips, so it's a lot more easier for you to get your drop of blood. What you want to do next is you want to pick a finger. So either the second or the third or even the fourth finger would work. And what you want to do is you want to place the lancing device up onto the side of your finger. You don't want to place the lancing device on top of your finger or on the tip of your finger. It's just the side of the finger that you want to pierce. So we've already loaded up the needle. All you want to do now is place the lancing device up to your finger, and then you want to press on the blue button, and this will release the needle and pierce your finger. So after you've pierced your finger, what you want to do is you want to stroke your fingers so you can get blood coming out of the spot that you've pierced. Next, what you want to do is you want to take your glucose monitor, and all you want to do is just press the test strip right along the side of your finger, like so. It will do a 5-second countdown, and then you'll get your results on the display. And my reading is 8.1. So you get your results very quickly. Some things that you should notice is that I find that a lot of people make the mistake of trying to drop their blood right on top of the test strip. This may not get you a reading if you do it that way. Another thing that I find that a lot of people do is they try to shove the test strip underneath the blood drop and just sort of like shovel it underneath like this. And once again, there's a chance you may not get a glucose reading. All you want to do is you just want to take your test strip and just press it along the side where the blood is. And the blood will move up the strip through, or the gray sliver, through capillary motion. Okay? So what you want to do now is, if you have a blood glucose logbook, then you should record this number down so you can keep a track of your readings, or you can store this number in the memory of your glucose monitor. Some things that may be important for you to know is that for your fasting blood glucose, so your readings before your meals should be 4 to 7. And for your post-meal readings, you should have a blood glucose level from 5 to 10. So what you want to do now is you want to take out the test strip, and this will automatically turn the machine off, and you just want to discard this in a hazardous waste box that you can get at your local pharmacy. Also, you want to take the piercing device, and then remember this protective cap that you took off earlier? Well, you just want to take this protective cap. You don't want to throw it away. You just want to take it, and you just want to press it into the lancet, and this just covers up the needle. And then you can pull the lancet device out of the piercing device, and then once again you just want to throw this into the hazardous waste box. And this just is for sanitary and safety reasons. If you have any questions about how to use the glucose monitor, please go to your local pharmacy and talk to your pharmacist. Thank you very much for listening to my demonstration on how to use glucose monitors.